Hello, welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
I'm Michael Mandel. You're supposed to introduce me the fact that I came back after a month.
Was it a month?
It's been a month.
Welcome back, Michael.
Thanks, Mark. I'm glad you mentioned it.
You were on a worldwide trip, weren't you?
I was on a fairly considerable worldwide trip, and it's interesting to know that coming back here, I won a Pulitzer Prize.
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
Now, while you were gone, I would like to thank the hosts that filled in for you. I'd like to thank Teddy Aspen.
Teddy Aspen,
the host before you on this show, remember?
Yes.
And then David Edwards filled in one week.
Always a welcome guy.
And then Gil Sorg filled in the final week.
A staunch political guy.
And city councilman from District 5.
Was
And Mayor Pro Tem as well.
See, you go away for a month and all these things are happening.
Yes. Now, while you were there, you went to Italy, didn't you?
I went to Italy for, let's say, a week.
Yeah.
And mostly Sicily. So we have two shots. Well, first of all, Sicily's pretty darn old. We lived on the top floor there. That was our hotel.
It was not.
No, it was just a church in the town we were in.
Wouldn't it be a Catholic church, would it?
I don't know what churches are. They're all different, I think. That was a great center of town church. There are many buildings like this all around, and you could just turn a corner. In fact, if you turn a corner coming this way and go the other way, you'd see another church. This was our view from our window. We're near the water, but the balconies or the columns on your left is another church, a more modest church, one of the earliest churches, and it was just so wonderfully traditional. They rang the bells at 6 in the morning.
Oh, wonderful.
I know, when you're living there, it's really great.
Did they have a mass at that time of day?
I don't know. We didn't wake up to check. But
well, while you were there,
yes,
you must have had pizza of some sort.
Why?
Right?
Because Sicilian pizza is so well known?
You bet.
People think we know pizza because it comes from Italy, but Italy does a lot of fish. They do risotto.
Oh, pasta.
Yes, pasta.
Carbonara.
Okay, we didn't have any pizza. In fact,
well,
I don't remember.
If you did. If you
had
do
pizza.
want pizza, whatever you do not try this brand. Simple Mills pizza dough made from almond flour.
And why would that be when you heard the word almond flour that you'd say, oh, what a great idea for pizza?
Well, it's gluten-free. Not that I was looking for a gluten-free, but it happens to be as well.
Yeah.
It's also got tapioca and a flax meal and arrowroot.
Arrowroot.
Worst pizza crust, worst pizza dough ever.
I guess that's a non-commercial.
I got this at the Natural Grocers.
You can't just trust it because it says Natural Grocers.
You know me, I'll try anything, and I tried it, and I'll never try it again.
My milk is made out of almonds, and I wouldn't make pizza out of it. Just
I
fall
know
through.
exactly what you mean. Now, we would like to, if you watch this show, we taste a lot of things. This is a tasting show, and this week we're tasting 3 different kinds of single malt scotches.
And the reason is because my friend Dave Zemont just asked me, what should I get to buy for a friend's wedding or his son's wedding? And he said, let me have what's the smoothest one you have? What's the best mix? Mm-hmm. And I thought the best one would be Balvenie. That is a bright thing. Balvenie double wood, and it's made with a sherry cask and a whiskey cask, which gives it a great balance.
How many years old is it?
12 probably. 12.
12 years old.
12 years
old.
In
the cask. Sherry casks. Meningitis. That's nice. That's sipping whiskey.
That is smooth and flavorful. It's got a flavor that stretches your entire mouth.
It does. It goes into your nose.
There's sherry. Well, it's
really
going
does.
in places I've never tasted stuff, like the lower part of my cheeks.
I taste it right down here now.
It just, really?
Right down here.
Maybe you should
all the way up.
Keep swallowing. Keep swallowing and get down to your stomach.
Now it's got a nice smooth burn to it.
My ears have a nice smooth burn to them.
Why is that?
It's burning my ears out.
Oh, somebody talking about you.
These are traditional whiskey tasting glasses because it concentrates the smell to the top.
Well, you're drinking good whiskey when you drink Balvenie.
This is the one I had on hand. I would say that if you want to go all the way with the Balvenie, get Caribbean casks. That really surprising.
Now,
I thought this was one of the best.
What would a bottle like that cost, Mike?
Right now at Toucan, and that's the only place you can get it in town, I think. You can't get it now because Dave bought the last bottle. But it was, I think, about $68.
Okay.
They did have Redbreast Irish whiskey, which is supposed to be good, and that was like $63. But Balvenie, it's kind of worth it.
Well, as the show goes on, we'll taste these other two.
Okay, well, it's going on right now.
Okay.
Did you finish that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, Singleton, I brought this because this too is a double cask. One, it says bourbon, which could be whiskey. Here it only says whiskey, which could be Irish and or bourbon. But both of them have sherry casks. Even though I think this one is way cheaper. Like half the price.
Now, while he's pouring, I would like to send out a congratulations to our own Diana Alba Solar. She won a Pulitzer Prize, ladies and gentlemen, from Las Cruces, New Mexico. She's a columnist for not a columnist, but a staff writer for the Las Cruces Sun News.
Journalist. It's no small deal to win the Pulitzer Prize.
Pulitzer, Mike.
Pulitzer. And when you say our, did you give birth to her? What's our connection?
Our as in Las Cruces' own. And she happens to be married to our producer's brother.
Yes. So she is ours.
She is ours. She's all ours. She's a wonderful writer.
She will share it. She's been in the Sun News for years. You've seen her name.
If I'm reading an article of hers without having looked at the byline, I can tell it's hers by how well it's written.
But she knows English.
She's a good writer.
Yes.
And so congratulations, Diana.
Here, well, let's drink to that.
Cheers.
With Singleton.
Absolutely. We'll have to have you on the show. Ooh.
This too is it's not as smooth. It's got some rough edges. It's got a little rough edge there.
It's got a completely different flavor going on.
And
I find
texture.
it to be smoother, actually.
Not smoother. Herbier.
Well, certainly that.
All right, we'll save the last one for soon.
After the break.
Okay.
Now,
so you can get your bearings?
Now,
welcome back pizza. I guess we did that.
Oh, we did that.
Yes.
Now, climate change is happening. It's a real thing, folks. And the way you can tell,
it's changing.
It's because there's something called the climate boundary. And that's a boundary that goes up and down, north and south across the United States. And that delineates the desert America from the humid portion of America. And previously...
Where do we live?
We are in the desert area. Oh. And previously the line went through Abilene, Texas. It's since moved 140 miles to the east. It now goes through Fort Worth. So the desertification of America is creeping east slowly.
That is so easily repaired.
Yes.
You get on Twitter and you tweet it and you say, "You stupid climate line, move back to where you are." That's all you got to do.
It's just a line.
The thing about climate change, and a lot of people are climate change deniers, and they say, well, the it's always changing. It is true. It's always changing.
But never for the better.
The use, well, we don't know what the better is. Obviously, some countries will be totally inundated. It always changes, but it's changing faster now because of so many pollutants in the air. When you consider, since the 1950s, how much industrialization has hit this world is just incredible. Everybody's got cars. They just said that Long Beach in LA is the most the smoggiest area in the country.
I believe it.
8 of the 10 cities that are smoggiest are in California. The other is, Phoenix and New York. Which one would imagine? Because
there's a lot of traffic.
It's tense. It's intense there.
Yes, and
that produces climate change. And you can't say, oh, it's changing. Well, there's things you can do to stop it from changing. Burning fuels is one way.
Carbon fuels.
Yes.
Well, right now, we have an administration that's relaxing all those things because they want to get rid of the Environmental Protection Agency. And so now you can pollute all you want to. Now, Earth Day is today, Saturday.
Consequently.
Yes. Or coincidentally. And
it's always changing the climate. So anytime you do Earth Day, it's just good.
So Earth Day is here today, and if you go down to the plaza downtown, there's events going on at least until 1 o'clock.
You still have time to make it.
There's food, music, events, things are happening.
And if you go to the plaza, where's that? The space thing is in the City Hall. Is that later? That picture?
Oh, I don't know if we have that.
Is that picture?
But the spaceship too.
Yeah.
It's blocking the entrance to City Hall.
Keeping people out.
Right. Now, also going on this weekend, this is a busy weekend. Why was everything
why?
Because on one weekend?
It packs it in because this is the weekend that it's not too cold, not too hot. I wouldn't say it's not too windy because,
it can
in fact,
be.
today it's pretty darn windy.
I hope it's not windy
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yes.
Today. And if you're watching this Sunday on a rerun, well, you missed everything that happened on Saturday.
You would have known, yeah.
So that's going on downtown. Also going on downtown. Not downtown, I'm sorry, in Mesilla. It's St. Clair Winery, the Red, White, and Blues Festival.
Which has been on for the last couple of years.
Yep,
Not always there, but last year was there.
This year it's there. I think a lot of it's outdoors on the lawn.
You can bring your own chairs and watch it there.
Right.
Or you can reserve a room or a seat or a table.
Right. The food is great there.
And it's a good way to do it.
Alice likes the pot roast they make.
They do a very good pot roast. That's pretty good.
The Red, White, and Blues Festival. Blues music, basically. And jazz.
Yes. They do mostly blues, but it's the, what is it? What do they call them? Southwest Blues and Jazz Festival organization.
Right. And it's $15 in advance, $20 at the door.
You can go online to, I think it's under swblues.net
and that's
or
from
something.
7 to 9 o'clock at night.
No, longer than
You'd
that.
think it would be longer, but
it is longer.
The newspaper said 7 to 9.
I think it was 3 to 9.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah, it's 3 to 9.
You should be able to spend the whole day
you
there.
wrote 7 to 9.
Yes, I did.
Your 3 looks just like a 7.
That's what it is.
Yes, it's worth it.
Yeah, stop in if you like that kind of music.
What kind?
Jazz kind. And
it's
blues.
Blues. It's not necessarily jazz.
I bet there'll be jazz there. There will be jazz.
You can turn anything
I feel
into
it.
jazz.
Jazz.
So,
but blues.
What's this next thing? Peter Pan. I love Peter Pan.
Right.
I base my life on Peter Pan.
You don't want to grow up?
I sing that song regularly, and I'm still rather childish.
Oh, I took you for Captain Hook.
Really? How come you never pay attention to what I say?
Just kidding,
I'm gonna hook
Tinkerbell. So, no, I'm a big fan of Peter Pan. I saw Kathy Rigby perform Peter Pan way back in Los Angeles, back in the 80s. She was wonderful. She flew out over the audience in the Pantages Theater. I love Peter Pan. I'm the adult sitting in the third row center sobbing during Peter Pan.
Really? Oh, I was there when Mary Martin came out.
You were not.
Remember, I was when she came out. I watched the movie being made.
I saw it on TV every year.
Mary Martin was great.
Mary Martin, yes.
Hence my love of, women with short hair.
So Peter Pan's going on Saturday, today, 1 o'clock, the Rio Grande Theater.
Right near the Earth Day thing. So after Earth Day, you just go to the Rio Grande Theater.
Rio Grande Theater.
Especially if you drag your kids around. If the Earth Day didn't tire them out,
right. And then
Peter Pan will just make them fly.
And then after you see Peter Pan, you can go over to the Red, White, and Blues Festival in Mesilla at St. Clair Winery.
You have quite a day cut out for you.
You really do have a day.
Hopefully you're eating breakfast by now.
Well, you'll have a nice meal at the St. Clair Winery.
You could.
Absolutely.
Pot roast if you want. But they have good chicken. They even do good fish now. I would not get the almond-encrusted trout.
You wouldn't?
No, I would unencrust it if I did. Because why buy a trout when you're tasting almond? I mean, if you want to eat nuts, eat nuts. If you want to eat trout...
That's a famous dish.
Yes, trout almondine. Thin slivers, very thin.
That's what you're supposed to
get
have.
Nuances it. This is not. This is trout encrusted with almonds.
Pecans? What's a pecan?
Oh, it is pecan. That's why. Pecan kills it.
That's different. Yeah, I had the fish and chips there.
Yeah. Was it with pecans?
No. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite fish and chips. I love fish and chips. That's not my favorite in town.
Oh, well, you have a more favorite fish and chips?
I used to. They're out of business. Used to be the Irish bar up in Picacho Hills.
Oh, yeah. That was a good bar.
I've had it at Dublin's.
Yeah. I don't know who to send you to for good fish and chips. Probably one of my favorite places, Mark,
yes,
where after any theater production is over, you can go. Red Lobster. Red Lobster.
How late are they open?
They are open till 11.
They have fish and chips?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I never order them because I always get the trout without.
How about lobster and chips?
You could ask for
fried
that.
Lobster.
You could ask that. Fried lobster.
I made fish and chips at home. It's so much trouble, I'd rather just not do it.
I've made fish and chips at home, and it's really easy. You open up the box and you throw the things in the oven, and they're done, just like that.
Well, I did it from scratch, maybe.
Speaking of scratch, it's time for us to take a break and make some scratch.
We'll come back and taste the final scotch.
Oh, a real winner.
And continue
You've
on
never
with
seen this one before. Cheers.
Come back.
Water.
New Age Maids, a professional home cleaning service. Your satisfaction is our priority. Let us do the work so you can relax. Call us at 655-0009.
Call Mark Goldstein, the Safe Money Guy, at 575-556-2472 to learn about innovative strategies now available to help you grow, protect, and preserve your money and financial future, regardless of market conditions.
Granite is here. We'll come to you to customize your kitchen and bathroom with beautiful countertops and cabinets. Find out more at horizongranite.com. Call us at 575-650-3180.
Horizon Granite is here.
It's here.
Make yourself a beautiful home.
Come to Tacos El Borrego de Oro in Las Cruces. We are celebrating $1 Taco Tuesdays. Come enjoy authentic Mexican food for the whole family. Bring the family to Tacos El Borrego for $1 Taco Tuesday and Flauta Thursdays.
Now is the best time to make your property beautiful again. Since 1967, Gonzalez Landscaping has offered beautiful professional landscaping services to all of southern New Mexico. We offer residential and commercial landscaping design, full lawn, tree and shrub care, with annuals and perennials, tree and palm trimming, spring and fall cleanups, mulching and more. Let us do the work at prices you can afford. We service all of Las Cruces. Visit us online at gonzalesnursery.com or call us for a free estimate. 575-382-7272.
And we are back. This is Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen.
So
You're Michael Mandel.
I'm really hungry after those tacos and
I'll
certainly
tell you.
Rascos. You know, I've been away for a month, and Rascos sound pretty good.
It's good barbecue, and I'll tell you, Tacos del Borrego. I went there on Tuesday. Taco Tuesday, baby. It's the bomb.
You said they made it out of 6 different types of meat.
Yeah,
And I said there are not 6 types of animals.
And I took my tacos to go. I just ordered 6 tacos to go. Yeah, if you eat there, you get free soup.
Actually,
whether you want it or not.
While you're waiting for your 6 tacos to go, they'll give you a soup. That's
And
what
they-
everybody does.
And they have a salsa bar there, too, which I love.
Does that mean you have to dance?
And no, it's a salsa bar. Anymore, I don't go to a Mexican restaurant that does not have a salsa bar.
You are the strictest person in the world, yet you bought that stupid pizza dough. I can't understand you.
I'm a man who likes adventure. Like you. You go to Italy.
That's not
That's
adventure.
adventure.
My wife takes care of me.
Oh,
Don't touch that electric wire, Michael.
it's your wife that likes adventure. What'd
It's
she
a-
marry you for?
It's always an adventure when you're with me, I guess.
So what are we tasting now, Michael?
Oh, we are tasting one that you can't find in the books because they are theoretically out of business. But there's an organization, a few organizations in Scotland that buy up old casks of Scotch. This is Stronachie, but it was made by A.D. Rattray. If you go to A.D. Rattray, you will see what they buy up and rebottle. They go and taste stuff, and stuff that they think is worthy of being marketed by them, they come out with it. So you tell me, this is not many casks, just a straight cask. This should be very clean compared to the 2 we have.
You know, its aroma is much more subtle. It's got a very
Whoa.
distinctive flavor.
It just blows up in your mouth. It is.
Blooms.
It's honey, a little bit of, I taste a little vanilla. Aside from all the alcohol I'm tasting vanilla.
I'm getting hints of Scotch.
You hear Scotch, butterscotch, do you think? It's like vanilla. It's like a bum's ice cream cone.
Now, you said you can't find this anymore.
You can find it. It's online.
Oh, you have to buy it.
But the company does not exist as an entity. In fact, there are a number of ones. What is it? Mortlach, which is a great Scotch, and it's rebottled by certain people. So if you see a Mortlach,
I'd be afraid to drink it. The root word.
Loch,
No mort.
dead lake.
So
yes. That's what makes it more exciting. You say it like adventure. I do.
Yes. Now, also tonight.
This is pretty good tonight.
Today.
Yes.
The Community Arts Awards.
Isn't that next week?
The Doniata Arts Council.
It
When
better
is
be
it,
next
Mike?
week. It's next week, I hope.
It's not this Saturday?
I hope not. I
Well,
think it's
Okay.
26.
According to the newspaper, I thought it was today.
Well, if it's Saturday, I'm there.
Okay. They're giving out awards to
I know.
the artists of note. They do it every year. My sister was a recipient of one of those awards.
That's
some
true.
years back.
I remember that. A number of people we know have been recipients, and
Well, we know a lot of artists.
we do, and
Artists
a lot
of all
of art organizations.
Yes.
I'm doing I'm doing the presenting for one of the groups, so I better find out if it's today or next week.
Let's do that.
I was under the
You can't
impression it
count
was
on
the
us.
26th.
Okay. You're just on the board of directors. What do you know?
I don't know.
Okay, now, also tonight, today actually at 2:30 and tonight at 7:30.
Are you sure?
Rhythm Nights at NMSU. Two different dance groups. One is more of a Hispanic salsa-based group, and the other one is more of a modern dance group. They're both appearing at Renfro Hall at NMSU, 2:30 and 7:30.
So Renfro has been repurposed, I guess.
It has been.
It used to be a main dorm, and now they must have gutted it and made it into the dance hall.
Right? The Department of Kinesiology is putting this on.
I love kinesiology.
You could probably use some on your
I
neck.
could use some kinesiology,
sore
so I
neck.
better go and get some free kinesiology.
Absolutely. So that's going on at Renfro Hall at NMSU. Now, also,
Sounds good.
Boy, it's been a busy day for obituaries this week. People of note, isn't it?
Well, those people are not busy anymore.
They're not busy anymore.
No, they're not busy.
One of my favorite character actors of all time, R. Lee Ermey.
These are all people
Remember
that
him?
have a particular place in your heart.
Not just mine, Michael.
And
Not just mine.
a few other people. I would be happy to see somebody write in and say that they've ever heard of these people. But you go ahead.
R. Lee Ermey
You
was.
go ahead.
If you ever saw the movie Full Metal Jacket, Stanley Kubrick's film, he was the drill sergeant, and man, was he amazing in that film. He's been in other films where he's played
I'm
police,
sure he has.
cops. Yeah, he had his own series.
Called Sergeant Driller.
Very close to it. I don't remember the name of it, but
Sergeant Preston.
he hosted his own TV show. It had to do with military armament and stuff like that because he really was.
He was into
a
it,
drill
huh?
sergeant in the Marines. Yes.
Oh,
So they got
makes
the
it
real
good.
deal when they hired him for Full Metal Jacket. And man, could he deliver! In fact, I'm going to go back and watch Full Metal Jacket again,
Okay, let's
just for him.
Oh, not now.
And so
So that's one guy. Yes.
yes. Now, speaking of movie stars, you can't have a movie star without a
Director.
movie director. And Milos Forman, one of the top movie directors in the world, passed away also this past week. He directed
Now,
some films.
He
as
I'm aware of.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yes.
for which he won an Oscar. Amadeus, for which he won an Oscar.
Yes.
The People versus Larry Flint, which had Oscar nominations for like Woody Harrelson.
Right, but it didn't make it.
And he,
Amadeus, when it was on Broadway, we knew the guy who played Amadeus, and he developed the famous Amadeus laugh.
oh yes.
But he wasn't picked for the movie.
Now, who was that man? Do you remember?
No, I don't. But
So Milos Forman, one of the great directors, he's from Czechoslovakia.
with a name like Milos, you better be.
Yes. And another person of note that we lost, TV star Harry Anderson.
Whose name is a familiar name, but that's because it's two names that are separately
No,
familiar.
that's not Harry.
him.
That's Art Bell.
Once
There he is.
There he is. Was a.
Night Court. He
Night
starred
Court.
Night Court. And I think the show was on for like 10
He's
years.
got a very innocent face for a
And-
judge. No hostility whatsoever.
He was also a very good magician. I worked with his wife, who was a mentalist. And Harry taught me.
Did he teach you anything?
Harry was a good magician. He
Don't
taught-
waste my scotch.
He
now.
did. He taught me a magic trick, which, Michael, I'll be happy to show to you.
Okay, what about everybody on? Okay, take the picture down of Harry Anderson.
That's not going to happen right away.
Yeah.
So let me show you the trick that Harry Anderson showed me. I'll put a little bit of scotch in this glass. Okay.
I'll eat some peanuts to distract you. Wait, nobody
Okay,
can see what you've
fair.
done because the picture's there.
Now-
Take my word, there's scotch
Okay.
or something in there.
All right, Michael. Now I place a hat over the glass of scotch. I will now drink this
What?
scotch out of this glass without touching this hat. Ready? You paying attention?
Yes, I'm moving it away
All right.
so nobody can say you're
All right.
cheating.
All right, pay attention. I will now drink the scotch without touching the hat. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's empty. No, it's not empty. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Good, because we only got 4 minutes.
Well, don't you want to see?
Sure.
I never once touched the hat. Thank you. Now, Art Bell died also. If you're into radio like I am, Art Bell was the lion of late night radio. He was the host of Coast to Coast AM for 20 years, I guess. I listened to him for at least 15 years before he retired.
Do you have one of those wooden radios that you had to crank up?
No, well, he was a ham radio nut too. He moved to the Philippines. He continued doing the radio show there for a while. He then retired, and George Norrie took over the show. He's been doing it for the last 12 years. Our Coast to Coast AM, of course, it's on. Well, they used to have it here on KOBE, but KOBE went changed the formats. They went to as Mexican music, so we lost Coast to Coast AM, and you can't pick it up here in Las Cruces anymore.
Yeah, and AM gets stuff you can't see.
It was talk radio.
Anyplace else.
They talked a lot about conspiracies and aliens and UFOs.
Hence your entire political agenda is from the AM radio.
So, sorry about Art Bell. He was only 71.
Oh.
Also, we lost Barbara Bush.
Where?
Barbara Bush. She's the only woman since Abigail Adams to have had a husband as president and a son as president.
And she was
quite
notable.
a first lady. Quite a first lady.
Even though they're saying no, 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 they really mean come on, take more pictures. No, she was great. You know, now that they've been showing her do some of her little speeches, she's quite amusing. Out of context, she's a wonderful person.
Yes, and when she married George Bush, they were a very handsome couple. She was gorgeous.
She was 16 when they met, and 19 when they got married.
Yeah.
And she's from New York.
Yeah. Now, there's a play on in town. I think there's only one play on in town this week.
I think you're right.
Weightless over at the Black Box Theater. You've seen it.
I saw that last week. My wife loved it.
What's it about?
It's about a woman who decides to move to London for her husband's job, yet she gives up her own job. So a lot about her doubts. It's really very personal. The acting is great. The directing is great. So if you want to go see it, I think that's a good thing. You should go see it. You'd like it. You like acting.
It reminds me of a restaurant I went to.
Weightless. No waiter?
We waited and waited and waited.
No, she's not a waitress.
Oh, look. It's the Spaceship One, which is blocking the entrance to City Hall downtown and will be for the next, few months.
You know what's really funny? There's a guy that comes out every half hour to put quarters in the meter.
Yes.
So we're wrapping it up. What can we suggest? Go for Balvenie.
And today's Earth Day. Don't forget that, folks.
Go tell Toucan you want some Balvenie double wood.
Thanks for joining us here again on Double Talk.
It's good to be back.
Let me have another one of those. Don't mind if I do.
What, the good one?
Oh, they're all good.
Oh, that's true. They all are. They're all good and different. You're still...